Hi, Miss Code here, and a lot of you are asking me about how to analyze this data. So I'm going to go ahead and use the data from that you're going to need to analyze. And if you remember, step one was to connect the dots. We are not going to connect the dots. Don't even worry about that step. If you already did it, leave it there, no problem. If you haven't, don't worry about it. But we are going to do step number 2 right here, which is to divide the picture into sections by drawing vertical lines on the graph every 5 years. So on here, if you remember, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, if you remember, we have to start here. This is a year. It's not 0, it's actually a year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go to 1983, and we are going to draw this line going up right here for 1983. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more years to 1988. 2 years after I graduated from high school. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1993. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1998. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2003. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2008. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2013. And then we end before we get to a full 5. So we've done that as much as we can. So we took care of step number 2. We divided it by 5 we divided it into sections for every 5 years. Now we need to calculate the average of the data points within each of that. In the example I did in class, I had to actually take and read the graph to figure that out. You, though, don't need to do that. It starts here at 1979. 1979, it tells you. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years worth data right here. And all I'm going to do is take and add those things together. And get my phone. I mean my calculator. And so that is 7.2 plus 7.8 plus 7.2 plus 7.4 plus 7.5. Super, super important after you add them all up, hit equals before you do divided by 5, because we had 5 numbers that we added together. So the average was 7.42. Well, I only have one place after the decimal here, so my answer is only going to be one place after the decimal. And so my average for that is going to be 7.4. That's the 5-year average for that section. Let's go ahead and do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through 1988. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more years that we're going to average. And now we have 7.1 plus 6.9 plus 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 7.5 again, which equals, all the numbers added up equals 36.5 divided by 5 equals 7.3. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This next one is going to be a pain because we have to go, the column ends, but that's okay. So right here, clear, this average would be 7.0 plus 6.2 plus 6.5 plus 7.5 plus 6.5 equals, divided by 5 equals 6.7. All right, so we have divided the entire graph into sections. And using this data table, you have this data table on the assignment page. If you click that very bottom link, it has the data. Just click on that and you'll have the data and be able to do this. You don't even have to print it. I just printed it to make this video. All right, so now I have those 3 averages for these 5 years. So the next thing is to just in the middle of this, so right here's the middle at 7.4, 1, 2, 3, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. At 7.4, I'm going to put this big dot right here. And that's my average from this section. So this section plotted right here and the average for it. For the next 5 years, which is 84 to 88, so 84 to 88, the average was 7.3. So here's 7. I'm going to go right in the middle. 7, 1, 2, 3. 7.3 is right here. It might be easier to put a star or something in as long as you can tell what it is. That'll work. And then the last one, the next set of 5 years, the average was 6.7. So here is the middle of that next chunk. And here's 5. No, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is where that's going to go. So you would finish calculating the averages for the rest of the graph. And after you did that, okay, so you calculated the average, you placed a dot in the middle, you just draw the line to connect the new dots. So draw a line here to here to here, and then wherever it would continue from there, depending on your averages. Hopefully that helps. Remember, add the numbers, hit equals, and then hit divided by to find that average. If your average is way bigger than any of the numbers or way smaller than any of the numbers in the group, then you know that it's not the average. So if anything bigger than 7.8, wrong answer. Anything smaller than 7.2, wrong answer. It's going to have to be between the biggest and the smallest. All right, hopefully that gets you started, and email me if you still need some more help.